sustainability mean to you?
Leaving a better planet for our children.
What comes out of a system is equal to what goes into it.
Making stuff or doing activities that we're doing anyways in our lives, but without negatively impacting the earth, and even if it's possible, positively impacting it.
It means saving the earth.
It's really important to me. That's what it means.
My name is Shane Stennis. I'm the Director of Sustainability at the University of Minnesota Twin Cities campus. I work on sustainability issues for the university campus-wide, so across the university system, with a specific focus on how do we operate the Twin Cities campus and its physical footprint.
Well, I'm Jessica Hellman, and I direct the Institute on the Environment here at the University of Minnesota. The Institute on the Environment is for all the campuses, but physically we're located on the Twin Cities campus, on the St. Paul campus. So the Institute on the Environment was created more than a decade ago now, and it was built as a place where different disciplines would come together, because the environment is a big idea and a grand challenge. There are more than 200 people who are formally affiliated with the Institute on the Environment. Some of those are faculty, some of those are staff researchers, students, even some folks from outside the university have formal affiliations with the Institute.
The university's Twin Cities campus is one of the largest campuses in the country. It has 250 buildings, 1,000 acres of land, and about 24 million square feet of space. We're the third largest traffic generator in the state of Minnesota after the downtowns of Minneapolis and St. Paul. And so we just have a big physical footprint.
Of course, land also is related to every other sustainability issue. And this is why sustainability is both such a vexing problem and also such an interesting problem. Because land is also about energy. Land is about biodiversity. Land is about our economy and natural capital. Land is about people's lives and livelihoods. And so when we think about sustainability in a systems way, we have to have all those parts in play at the same time and see their connectedness. A project that has been here for some time and is based here is something called the Natural Capital Project, which is very much focused on how do we evaluate the different components of our landscape and not ignore some of the values that we get from land, from forests and from biodiversity, the kinds of things that we tend to pretend like they don't have economic value, but they actually have profound influence on our economy and things that we care about.
I guess more renewable energies on campus.
Probably right off the bat, that more solar power.
Yeah.
After hearing how easy it is to get it installed and the federal rebates.
Solar panels everywhere.
Solar panels. Yeah. Solar panels.
The University of Minnesota Twin Cities campus, over the course of the last couple of years, has really been looking at how do we provide more of our energy from renewable sources. And as part of that work, we decided to implement about a 2 megawatt on-site solar electricity generating project on the campus. It's split across 9 different sites on campus, 4 on the West Bank campus, 4 over in St. Paul, and 1 on the East Bank. And combine those 9 sites total 2 megawatts of solar generation for electricity consumption in campus buildings. The structure of the project is really, we actually have a contractor and a vendor who's building and operating and maintaining the solar array, and then we're taking the power off of that system and using it in our campus buildings. The university was getting to a point where we didn't have enough capacity in our existing generation for heating for campus to meet all of our needs on the coldest days in the winter. And so we looked at a lot of different options for how do we meet that need and decided to implement a combined heat and power facility.
In 2016, our university finally finished building our very own CHP when we're producing the electricity that takes the wasted heat and pipes it to our buildings. The university is like a smart city in energy requirements. We're driven to discover, learn from each other while being mindful of environment, and that's precisely why you see we use combined heat and
and using that waste heat for generating steam, what we can do is maximize the sort of useful life of that natural gas that we're using, reduce the university's costs by almost $2 million a year, and then also reduce our carbon footprint by 10 to 12% every year. Education is not just about the transmittal of knowledge, but it's about building a new understanding and also some capacity within individuals to make those transitions. And Living Lab program is really focused on trying to provide and make available campus spaces for applied research projects, demonstration projects, and sort of experiential learning around.
Project is evolution in urban environments, and I'm using common ragweed to investigate whether it's adapted to living in urban and rural places.
So behind me is the West Bank Community Garden, and the overall goal of this is just to bring more awareness about sustainability in food.
So the Flowers for Pollinators study, which is a living laboratory here in the U, is basically observing which annual flowers are attractive to pollinating insects.
Time. There isn't much of it. When you wake up in the morning and you look at the news, there's a lot of discouraging news about the state of our planet. On the other hand, there's also a fair amount of encouraging trends that are happening. And I think sustainability is about accelerating and thinking about the short period of time in which we need to make positive progress on sustainability. So we have to ask ourselves here at the university, what can we do to move rapidly in the face of real time constraints? Sustainability is asking us to move fast.